I seen Canelo in the building. Hey, let me just ask the fans this. Do you guys want to see Canelo versus David Benavidez? Enough said. Enough said. That means that we can't leave that fight on the table. You know what I mean? Whatever. I have respect for Canelo. He's a great champion, but I'm a great champion too. Let's do it.
Do you believe it's realistic?
I don't know, man. I don't know.
You've been through this many times.
I'm still champion at 175. I'm champion at 200 and 175. So they want to come get it at 175. Let's get it at 175.
Kyle, what did you make of David Benavidez's performance against Zurdo and him calling you out after that fight?
Yeah, I think every single boxer for any division, they calling me out. So it's something, it's nothing new for me. But he did good, the fight.
Are you surprised after all these years he's still calling you names and looking to get that fight, even with him boxing as high as cruiserweight?
No, I'm not surprised.
Is it realistic for 175?
Huh?
Is it realistic to fight in the light heavyweight?
Who?
Benavidez.
I don't think he can make even 175 anymore. I don't know, but it's not my problem.
You're coming back, Canelo. Really? Talk to us about the matchup. How excited are you to come back?
I'm excited to be a champion again. McBeal is a hard fighter, so it's gonna be a good fight. I think the styles makes a good fight.
And we're leaving before the main event. You're leaving before the main event. Why? You don't want to
I just come to see Jaime Munguia.
That's it. Canelo was here and he left before the main event. What's your thoughts on that?
No, bro. I don't really know what to say about that.
You did good. Be safe, sir. They're coming again.
He had all the cards. He fucked that up. He got beat by Crawford. Now I got the cards. I got the WBC light heavyweight championship. You know what I mean? So now, if a fight is gonna be made, you know, he has to come to me. We have to make the fight at 175. I'm not going down to 168.
Yeah.
And you know, so there's still, you know, there's still a lot of life in that fight right there. I mean, I don't see why it wouldn't happen in the future. You know what I mean? It just makes sense on every side.
Oscar, the Mexican monster said he wants to fight him at 175, Canelo, and he would stay in front of him like you said.
It would never happen, trust me. Canelo knows that David Benavidez will knock him out.
Turkey can't make it happen?
Canelo.
Picture being boxing's biggest superstar, a pound-for-pound champion with an all-time great legacy, yet leaving an arena through a private exit just to avoid crossing paths with your fiercest rival. That shocking moment is exactly what fans recently witnessed, and the reaction across the boxing world has been intense. The pressure surrounding one of the sport's most anticipated matchups has now gone far beyond rumors, turning into a situation filled with dramatic actions and growing controversy.
So tell me, when did it, I guess, transform mentally for you? Because I know the first time we did an interview, we was in Miami last time at the crib, and back then I feel like you was more adamant, like, man, I need the Canelo. And then it sort of, to me, looked like there was a switch where you were like, you know what, it is what it is. When did that happen for you, the point where you was able to kind of mentally let that go?
The point where that happened is just like, you know, just people asking me over and over again. But like I said, you know, at the end of the day, I'm ready to fight whoever, whenever. You know what I mean? That's like I said, there's a lot of politics that go into this. You know what I mean? And I just had to let it go because the more I thought about it, the more I'd get frustrated. Because at the end of the day, I was doing everything right.
Yeah.
To get that title shot or to get those big fights. So I kind of just let it be. And like I said, I just focus about the fights that are in front of me. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, there's always going to be another fight. There's always going to be another fighter here. There's always going to be another fighter there. So we just try to make the best with what we got. And yeah, like I said, there's always going to be another fighter anyway. So if we're not fighting the best guys now, we're definitely going to.
What happened in the ring on May 2nd instantly changed the conversation. David Benavidez didn't simply move up to cruiserweight. He took over the division in dominant fashion. Many doubted whether his relentless pressure and knockout power would remain effective against a naturally bigger fighter like Gilberto Zurdo Ramirez. Benavidez answered every question by flooring Ramirez twice before ending the fight with a brutal 6th-round stoppage. With that performance, he captured the WBA and WBO cruiserweight titles and proved his dominance extends far beyond super middleweight.
Didn't fight, like he did duck one fighter, and the one fighter he ducked was Benavidez, and I get why. Benavidez is huge.
It come across Benavidez wanted to fight Canelo when Canelo was at a level where if you're mean to me or if you disrespect me in promo trying to fight me, I'm not going to fight you. That was really made me feel bad for Benavidez because it come across like, well, hold on, I'm out here trying to get a fight. I don't want to be your friend. Like, you know what I mean? Whatever it is I have to do, insult you. I'm old school. I'm chasing a fight. So I would say in that way, but you can't overlook the history of Canelo because he's a Hall of Famer. He is a legend. He did accomplish everything. But I think him not fighting Benavidez, it will always leave a bad taste in us in our mouths, you know what I mean, that fight didn't take place.
Yeah, look, everyone knows I'm a Canelo supporter, and I am for good reason. He's done so much for this sport. He's one of the all-time greats. But yes, there is no defensible reason to have not fought David Benavidez. A couple of years from now, I think legacy, I don't think it'll be tarnished. You know, I think Canelo's legacy is cemented. So like Malik said, yes, you can have a gripe, rightfully so, with him not fighting Benavidez. But you look at Canelo fighting Dimitri Bivol at 175, and even Arizona Aguilar, Austin Trout. I'm going to give him a pass here and say that his legacy will not be tarnished.
The biggest talking point of the night didn't happen inside the ring. Canelo Alvarez was seated ringside at the T-Mobile Arena to support his stablemate Jamie Munguia during the undercard. However, immediately after Munguia's fight ended, Canelo quickly left the venue before David Benavidez even made his entrance. Videos from fans appeared to show him rushing out without any interest in watching the fight. The moment instantly fueled criticism online, with many fans believing it reinforced long-standing accusations that Canelo had been avoiding Benavidez for years.
Canelo Alvarez was here. I got to talk to Canelo Alvarez after the...
Hey, you know where the press conference would be?
Where do they have him here? Probably in the... Yeah, I'm all right. Okay. Probably in the ring.
Okay.
Yeah.
Canelo, Canelo Alvarez was here, you know.
He told me he wasn't interested in staying for the main event, that he only came to see
thank God he left.
And took off.
Thank God he left, because otherwise he would have gotten really scared, you know. With that kind of performance, I would leave too, you know. But, you know, to be honest with you, David's a cruiserweight champion now, 3-division champion, you know. That guy's never gonna fight.
When reporters eventually asked Canelo about the situation, he brushed aside the attention surrounding Benavidez's performance. Rather than praising the knockout victory, Canelo criticized him as an ordinary fighter who depends mainly on his physical size inside the ring. He also dismissed the idea of any real rivalry, arguing that his own accomplishments and Hall of Fame career stand on a completely different level, while claiming Benavidez still has far more to prove in the sport.
Sorry to ask you this after you go a hard 12 rounds about what's next, but we know you have talked about the Bivol rematch next, but you've also said you hope Ramirez wins that fight. And if Ramirez wins that fight, you don't want to fight him because you're both Mexican. So at 68, you know, the best fight looks like you and Benavidez. He's born in America. He's half Ecuadorian. So does he count as Mexican, or that fight can happen if you know, in the future?
I don't know. Anything can happen, you know.
But that won't be a reason why I can hold it up that he's Mexican.
Like when I guys, always I say this, you share that video and put whatever you want. When I say I don't want to fight Mexican, it's because I represent Mexico, and that's why. But I don't care. I fight anybody, and I fight all my entire life anybody. What do you think? I don't want to fight with Juan Mexico or Benavidez. But look, I hear his dad talking a lot of shit. But look, he's accomplished nothing. One single champion, Anthony Dirrell. Please, don't disrespect myself. Please, guys.
Canelo suggested that Benavidez is pushing so hard for the fight because of the enormous payday attached to it. When questioned about whether keeping the belts was avoiding the situation, Canelo dismissed the criticism completely, saying it wasn't his concern and insisting he has earned the freedom to make whatever decisions he wants regarding his career.
Kyle, what did you make of David Benavidez's performance against Zurdo and him calling you out after that fight?
Yeah, I think every single boxer for any division, they calling me out. So it's something. It's nothing new for me, that. But he did good in the fight.
Are you surprised after all these years he's still calling you names and looking to get that fight, even with him boxing as high as cruiserweight?
No, I'm not surprised.
Is it realistic for 175?
Huh?
Is it realistic to fight in the light heavyweight?
Who?
Benavidez.
I don't think he can make even 175 anymore. I don't know, but it's not my problem.
The reaction from the boxing world was fast and brutal. Social media exploded with criticism aimed at Canelo, as fans mocked his early exit and pushed the belief that he was avoiding Benavidez altogether. Memes and heated debates quickly spread across the internet. Promoter Oscar de la Hoya intensified the controversy by publicly attacking Canelo's explanations, arguing that he knows Benavidez would defeat him within 8 rounds. Calls for Canelo to either face the top contender or surrender his 168-pound titles rapidly gained momentum among frustrated boxing fans worldwide.
Oscar, the Mexican monster said he wants to fight him at 175, Canelo, and he would stay in front of him, like you said.
It would never happen, trust me. Canelo knows that David Benavidez will knock him out.
Turkey can't make it happen?
Canelo.
Behind the viral backlash, a deeper concern has started gaining attention about Canelo's possible physical decline. Jose Benavidez Sr. openly claimed that Canelo is no longer in his prime, pointing to slower reactions, reduced hand speed, and movement that may not withstand the pressure of a demanding 12-round fight anymore.
David's the face of boxing now. It's his era. You know, Canelo is not the same no more. He's tired. Reflexes are not good. You know, the feet is not good no more. His power's not there anymore. I think he's going to struggle with them, Billy, you know. At the end of the day, man, I just want to talk about David Benavidez, to be honest, the Mexican monster.
Some insiders are now sharing similar concerns, believing Canelo depends more on his superstar reputation while carefully selecting opponents viewed as safer matchups. Even his upcoming fight against Christian Billy has raised doubts among analysts, who believe Billy's relentless pressure and toughness could force a slower, aging Canelo into the kind of brutal, exhausting battle he no longer wants to face.
Canelo announcing his fight with Billy this weekend. Yeah, what do you think about him announcing his fight with Billy? What do you think about the fight itself?
I don't like the fight. Come on, I mean, and Billy, come on. I just don't like the fight, especially if it's not going to be here in the U.S. Again, we have to watch a fight at 9 a.m. I'm just not a fan of that, you know. I would have loved Canelo to fight here in Vegas in September, you know, with all his fans, you know, cheering him on. That's what fight fans want to experience, you know, big events. The fighter wants to have thousands of people cheering him on, and so it's, I don't know, it's, I think if you think about it, look, every fighter has its peak, and then you start to, you know, see the exit clear, and you know, Canelo's, you know, Canelo is right there. You know, he's a few fights away from retirement, so I don't blame him for taking the money and running. I don't blame him. I mean, smart guy, but I do feel that he has a few good fights left in him against great fighters. Not in Billy.
With a fight against Alvarez looking increasingly unlikely, a new challenge has entered the picture at cruiserweight. Undefeated champion Jai Opetaia quickly called out David Benavidez, making it clear that if Benavidez plans to dominate the division and collect titles, they need to settle who truly rules the weight class. That possibility completely changes the direction of Benavidez's career. Instead of waiting on a hesitant superstar matchup, he now has the opportunity to build his own legacy through a dangerous showdown between two elite fighters competing at the highest level of their prime.
When they see me, they see Jai Opetaia, one of the best boxers in the world. You know, I'm not here to chase fame or someone else or, you know, chase names for clout. I'm chasing undisputed. Even Benavidez, you know, his name's only in the mix is because he's fighting for a cruiserweight title. So if it wasn't fighting for a cruiserweight title, it doesn't bother me. I don't chase names. I'm chasing legacy and undisputed. You know, look at the last couple undisputed fighters. They're the fucking goats of this sport. You know what I mean? And I want my name up there, and I want my last name up there.
Man, Jais, I like Jai mean business though. That's why we love you in the States. So you talk about having fans in the States. I'm one of them. I want to ask this though, but how realistic is the fight with David Benavidez? Because it's like we're trying to always, you know, pick the right fights, right? And I think, like, even the Canelo versus Terrence Crawford, somehow they found that fight out where they both were the GOATs type. Terrence Crawford wins, now he's even up here. Look at Teofimo and Shakur Stevenson, right? Really great fighters. But after that win with Shakur, now he's looked at as one of the pound-for-pound guys. I think you're still in that boat where we all think you're a special fighter, right? But it's gonna take that one fight to put you over that next hump. And is it realistic to see that against David Benavidez?
I believe it is, you know, especially him being in cruiserweight, you know, and To me, it just makes sense. Like, if he's fighting for a world title in my division, why don't people want to see who the best is in the division? Like, it doesn't not make sense to me if we don't fight. You know what I mean? Like, he's coming up fighting for a undisputed, like a unification fight, and he's going to be holding the WBO and WBA. It just doesn't make sense to me that we wouldn't fight. You know, all I got to do is keep winning and keep.
From a stylistic standpoint, a fight between Benavidez and Opetaia would be extremely dangerous for both fighters. Experienced trainers such as Malik Scott have described Benavidez as one of the most feared fighters in boxing, mainly because of his non-stop pressure, incredible stamina over 12 rounds, and an awkward fighting rhythm that opponents consistently struggle to figure out.
When you look at, you know, the big fights out there, obviously the big one is David Benavidez. What did you make of his win over Zurdo?
Man, Zurdo made him look a lot better. You know, don't get me wrong, bro. Benavidez is a great fighter. But fuck. Fuck. You know, but it is what it is. You know, any of those boys want to have a crack, but I'm ready.
Yeah, the Mexican monster against the Australian monster, that's a crazy fight.
Let's make it happen. I'm ready. I'm waiting for the phone call.
How would you, not to give anything away because the fight could happen sooner than later, but how would you see a fight between you and Benavidez going? Would it be toe-to-toe battle?
I don't know. He's never fought no one like me. You know what I mean? He bashed the shit out of this guy that just stood right in front of him. You know what I mean? Like, well, let's just see what happens, bro. Let's see what happens. It's on the contract.
Tim Bradley believes Benavidez would push Opetaia to his absolute limits, forcing him through intense pressure and non-stop punch volume until the pace eventually becomes overwhelming.
I'm here to give some bad news to people. You know, I'm seeing you know, a lot of videos on YouTube of Jai Opetaia versus Benavidez, and you know, people giving their opinion, talking about Jai Opetaia gonna beat Benavidez. Nope, I'm here to let y'all know he ain't gonna beat no damn Benavidez. Damn, Jai Opetaia couldn't even get this dude up out of there. Come on now. Benavidez would have served Buddy, man. What's his name, Glanton? He would have served Glanton. He would have stopped him. Yeah, I understand the styles make fights. I get that. However, shit, man, Benavidez style break through anything. Break through any style. Shit, he been in the ring with boxers. Shit, he was in there with Morrell that can punch, that can box, southpaw, just like Ja Morant. Just like Ja. Did I say Ja Morant? Ha! Shit, I'm thinking about Ja basketball player. Shit, I'm tripping. But yeah, Ja Opetaia. Yeah, I don't get it. Y'all think that dude, man, y'all ain't see his last couple of fights beforehand. Y'all ain't see his fight against that that's that dude named Benavidez. Y'all ain't see that? Bro, the dude run out of juice. He run out of gas. Benavidez a small dude. Shit, Benavidez, he trains at 200 pounds. And then he work his way down to 175 pounds. Shit, he still got that hand speed and quickness and probably got more pop on his shots at 200. At 200, 190. Shit, cruiserweight. He gonna be cold. He about to beat the shit out of, what that boy name is? Ramirez. He about to whoop Ramirez.
Boxing may be witnessing a major change in power as David Benavidez continues building his legacy beyond super middleweight. Instead of waiting for a fight with Canelo Alvarez, he now has the chance to dominate the dangerous cruiserweight division against elite opponents like Jai Opetaia. If Benavidez succeeds there, opinions about Canelo's decision to avoid the matchup could permanently change. Fans may remember Canelo's exit from the T-Mobile Arena as more than a missed fight, but as a moment that shaped boxing history. Do you still believe this fight can happen? Share your thoughts below, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay tuned.